Hello students, in the last lecture of bird migration navigation, I had done the types of migrations, and I had done 3 types of migrations, and the rest 3 I will do in this lecture. Before doing the rest 3 types of migrations, I would like to discuss the migratory status of the birds, which is very much, it is a kind of related to the types of migration. Means types of, if you can understand types of migration better if you know the migratory status of the birds. So let's do the migratory status of birds. Now the migratory status of birds, it has 4 types of birds. The first type of birds are permanent residents. These species are found in a particular area throughout the year and do not migrate from one place to another. Example: cottontail, spot-billed duck, whistling teal, bar-headed goose, mallards, comb duck. These are all permanent residents of Kevladev National Park, Bharatpur. The second group is the summer migrants or summer residents, or you may also call them summer visitors. Birds that migrate in summers are called summer migrants. Example: orioles, tanagers, martins migrate from USA to Central and South America. Bittern, pied, cuckoo, common hawk, cuckoo are summer visitors to Kevladev. And the third group is the winter migrants. These include those species which migrate during winters. Example: grey-lag goose, pintail, common teal, gadwal, shoveler, common pochard, and European starling are the winter migrants visiting Kevladev National Park at Bharatpur. The fourth and the last group of the birds according to migratory status are the transient visitors or passage migrants. Transient visitors are those species which pass through a locality usually twice a year, that is once in spring when they are going to their breeding grounds and again in fall on their way back to their wintering grounds. Example: Gargani teals migrate from Mongolia or Siberia to Bharatpur to go to South India, which is their actual breeding ground. While returning, they again stop over at Bharatpur. Within India, a large number of species start their migration from northeast states, stop over at Bhopal, and then go to peninsular India and Sri Lanka. So this was about the migratory status of the birds. After the migratory status, let me return to the type of migration. And we had done 3 types of migration, and now we are going to do the 4th type of migration, which is the latitudinal migration. It is the migration from north to south or south to north. As the name is stating, latitudes, you know what are latitudes, and they are running from north to south or south to north, you can say anyways. It is the most common migration birds undertake. Birds migrate from north to south in the fall and in the opposite direction at the following spring. Every year, 5,000 million or more birds fly 3,200 kilometers south to the grasslands, forests and lakes of Central and Southern Africa. The distance traveled may be several thousand miles or it may be only a few hundred miles. The longest latitudinal migrations are performed by several species of shorebirds. The maximum distance between the summer and winter homes of any species is that of the Arctic tern. This species migrates from Canada to Antarctica, crosses the Atlantic Ocean both times during its migration flights. The American golden plover escapes winter of America by migrating to Argentina. Similarly, some birds leave Siberia to go to Himalayas. About 1/3 birds of Europe spend their winters in Africa. Few land and sea birds from African and South American countries reverse the process and they cross the equator to go to the northern lands and oceans. Wilson's petrel leaves its nesting ground at Antarctica and go to the Newfoundland in Canada. Grey-leg geese, pintails, common teals, gadwal, and shovelers migrate from Palearctic region or Eurasia to India. Next comes the altitudinal migration. Species that live in mountains may adjust to changing seasons by moving downward to warmer and lower altitudes where more food and shelter are also available. Coots of Andes mountains in Argentina move downwards. Mountain quails, which nest at elevations up to 9,500 feet in central California mountains, migrate downward to areas below 5,000 feet in the fall, and in the summers they go back to the hills. Violet green swallows of UK and willows in Siberia are also vertical migrants. Species of birds, albeit few, show the reverse movement. They migrate to higher elevations in winters. Example, blue grouse in USA moves upward in the northern Rocky Mountains from low altitudinal pine forests. And the last type of migration is the longitudinal migration. Movement of birds from east to west or vice versa is known as longitudinal migration. Example, evening grosbeaks that nest in northern Michigan spend the winter in New England. California gulls that breed in Utah migrate westward to winter on the Pacific coast. Starlings move from East Europe or Asia to the Atlantic coast. So this was about the longitudinal migration, and here I end this lecture, and I will continue in the next lecture, which will be bird migration and navigation part 3. So be present for that lecture. Thank you.